UFC, and let's see if I can become a champion there. My thoughts about my UFC fights, not so good. I shouldn't have fought him. That's what I personally think. I think 6 weeks before I fought Kosaka, I had Daryl Golar in a triangle choke, and he lifted me all the way up, and he's a real good wrestler, and he slammed me down with my neck into the corner. So not against the wall, not against on the floor, but in between the wall and the floor. And I had a bad injury, so I couldn't train ground fighting at all. The only thing I did for Kosaka was striking. So I shouldn't have fought that fight. And then when I fought Randleman, I brought that same injury into the fight. I mean, I couldn't train real well. My neck was real bad. After my last fight, I think it took me a year and a half to get rid of the pain, for therapy and everything, and then finally my neck got better and I could start sleeping without sleeping pills. I needed sleeping pills all the time because it was it was real bad. That's a good one, the Randleman decision. I really, truly believe that I won the fight. If Kevin would have continued beating me up like he did the first 4 minutes, the fight went to him. But after the stand-up and then the body, the liver kick, he didn't do anything anymore. And I think that I took control over the fight. Joe McCartney, he told me afterwards, he told me afterwards that he didn't put us back on our feet because I was working from the bottom. And Kevin, he also admitted in interviews afterwards, he said, now, after that liver kick, I didn't do anything anymore. So he said that even, he thought that I won the fight. So I thought it was real nice of him. My plans now, it's the movies. I'm doing movies. I just did 3 movies. The last one was a comedy. Watch out for that one. That's going to be a good one. It's a short. It's called The Kingdom of Ultimate Power. It's a real funny script. I read it and I thought it was hilarious. And the part is just pretty much written for me. The way it came together was also very strange. I mean, the writer didn't know anything about ultimate fighting or about pride fighting, about mixed martial arts, nothing. And he wrote this story about this guy who came from Europe. He was a cage fighter. He was bold, and he tried to get into the movies. So one of his friends who read the script, he told him, man, I know that guy. That's actually a person that I know. And he says, who? He says, Bas Ruud. He says, give me a second. So he went on the internet and he copied a photo out of from the internet, and he showed it to the writer. And the writer said, well, that's him. How do we get in contact? So they put this like an ad on TV or on the websites out, like on Sherdog.com. And my web guy, Tony, he called me. He says, Bas, they're looking for a fighter like you, man, for a movie. So if I were you, I would check it out. So I called these people, and there was an audition. And surprise, surprise, it was in New York. And I was, at that time, I happened to be in New York. So I went to the audition, and of course I nailed it. It was of course because my looks, I mean, it was me. They actually thought it was somebody else telling them that it was me, just to bluff. So when I walked in, they go like, whoa, it's really Bas Ruud. So yeah, it's strange how things fall all together, and then suddenly, bam, you're in a movie. And I'm pretty proud of that work. I think that's the best work that I did until now. Working for the Pride Fighting Championship, well, that's a dream come true. Come on. I'm sitting ringside. I have this little monitor, flat screen monitor, on which I can see everything. When I look to the ring, I can see the ring girls, because you guys at home don't see them. You guys at home, actually. And so I can check out the chicks. I can check out the fights. I got the best seats in the house. they treat me unbelievable good. It's just the organization is just unbelievable. What they do for the fighters, how they treat their fighters, and everybody around it. It's unbelievable. It's the Super Bowl of mixed martial arts. I mean, what other show can fill out 70,000 people? The Tokyo Dome. And a small show. Let's talk about a small show. A small show, a small Pride show is 28,000 people. That's a small show. So a regular show is already like 35, 40. It's the biggest thing for every fighter in the world. It's a dream to come true, to go to Japan and actually fight in Japan, the home of the samurai. I have 3 kids. I got 3 girls. Rochelle, she's 15. I got an 8-year-old, she just turned 8, Sabine. And I got Bianca, she's 3 years old, and she's the brawler. She's 3 years old, she's got abs, and she's got quads, and shoulders, and biceps, and triceps. If she walks on the beach, my friends look at me, they say, "What are you doing to her?" It's real funny. She's a little powerhouse. She started armbarring me when I changed her diapers. Around 8 months, 10 months old, she already started armbarring me. So I believe that she could be the next Lucia Riker, hopefully. Hopefully, whatever she wants to do, she can do. I don't push her anything, okay? If she wants to do ballet, do ballet. Anything is good. Actually, I'm reading 2 books now. I'm reading the Da Vinci Code and The Lone Samurai, and that's a book about Miyamoto Musashi. That's the samurai who wrote the book of 5 rings, and it's quite incredible for people who really are interested in the samurai spirit and everything. This guy was unbelievable. He fought so many sword fights. He was the best sword fighter there was. And I believe that maybe only 3 of the sword fights he fought with an actual sword. All the other fights he fought with a wooden sword, and he would kill the people. He was 13 years old when he killed already his first, opponent, because in those days, they challenged each other, and that guy was a master sword fighter. He was only 13 years old, and with a stick, he killed him with a stick. So, yeah, it's a pretty unbelievable book. My wife and parents, well, in the beginning, they didn't like it, but once my mom started realizing that I could make money and I started getting contracts, she suddenly said, "Okay, it's okay." And every time I came home, my face was still intact. I wasn't as beat up as I was after the Randleman fight. So then, slowly but surely, after 10, 15 fights, they started to realize, wait a minute, he doesn't suck in it, and he doesn't get that much punishment, so maybe it's good. Maybe it's good for him. I had my wife, this is a funny story, one time she came with me to Japan, and in Japan she was sitting first row, and I fought Suzuki. It was the first time I fought Suzuki. And then when I knocked him down the first time, I'm walking to my corner, and my wife stands up, and she walks out of the place. She actually thought I was going to do extra damage because she was in the house, so she walked away from it. Until now, I have done 3 movies. Yeah, more. 5 actually, but 3 as a starring role. I did a movie, The Eliminator, was my first starring role. The Vault, I was a bad guy in that one. The Eliminator, I was a good guy, but still killing everybody and beating people up. The Vault, and now I did the Kingdom of Ultimate Power, that comedy that I just talked to you about. Other things that are going to happen, wow, hey, you're looking at Bas Rutten. There's a lot of things going to happen. There are things in the work right now, movie-wise, a couple of things. Let's see what's going to happen with that. I started my own, the Bas Rutten mixed martial arts system, so I actually train people now to become an instructor under my system, so they can teach under my system. That's taking a lot of work. It's a lot of fun also, but it takes a lot of work. It's 3 times a whole week for each person, and that's about 7 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that's a lot of hours, a lot of information, and that 3 times. So yeah, I think that's going to be a great little new thing for me. The website is running real good. I have these crazy inventions, and I found a partner who probably wants to do them with me, and I always come up with these crazy ideas, and I just need a guy who actually can help me out and see if we can make it, what he thinks about it, and that's what we're doing. T-shirts, new T-shirts are coming. I make these crazy posters as everybody could see. I'm just having a great time, you know. Bosswood never stops, and you never know what's going to happen. I might open a restaurant later on. This is not for me, the police, what you hear right now, because I was here, and you are the witness. I didn't beat anybody up, okay? They always blame it on me, so that's why I just make sure I was here shooting this interview. No, I think there's a lot of things going to happen. I'm not a person who can do only one thing. I can do a lot of things. I can sell books at the door. I can sell vacuum cleaners. I can open a restaurant, you know, and I can open a gym. I do the movies right now. I just did the new instructionals, because obviously this is for the new instructionals. It's endless. I always have these crazy ideas, and I'm very fortunate that I always have people around me who support me with it, and then I can make them come true. Sometimes I still pronounce some things wrong. Well, it was my pleasure, and for you people at home, thank you very much for buying this DVD set. I am sure that you're going to love it, because I put a lot of work in it. It's crazy. I lost a lot of pounds doing it. But hopefully you're going to enjoy it. I'm pretty sure, because it's a lot of information. It's a lot of talking, but just keep listening at me, okay? I don't talk for nothing. It's not to hear my own voice. It's trying to get inside your head and make you understand how exactly the technique goes and what you have to do and what not you have to do for that certain technique. So thanks for buying, and thanks for this interview.
Okay, what I'm going to show you is the same move I submitted George St. Pierre with. Okay, and it's actually a move the top guy can do it, or the bottom guy, or the top guy or the bottom guy can do it. It's all in who gets their knee in the situation first, up here first, and I'll show you. So I put my arm down, and he grabs it for Kimura. Boom, there it is. Okay. Now the first thing I've got to do is I've got to get out. And I'm going to walk around his head towards the arm. I got to walk around his head towards the arm that he's got. Okay? Boom. You see where my knee's at? I've got the submission because my knee's there. Boom. Okay? Now, I'm on bottom. He's on top. He's in half guard. He sets his arm down there. Now he comes out and is going for the arm bar. Go ahead. Walk around. Well, where? Where's my knee at?
Posted.
My knee's up there. So it's all a race. It's a race to see who gets their knee up there first and has the arm bar. The one trick I do when I'm on top, he goes for the Kimura. One trick I do when I'm on top, I keep this knee. The whole time, my hand's on that knee. Doesn't let him do it. There's my arm bar. Okay, me being on top, I've got that advantage where I can post on his knee. The bottom guy doesn't have that advantage, but he still does have the arm bar if I don't get my knee in there quick enough. You want to see it again, top and bottom?
Yeah.
Okay. Top one more time, put it down. Here I am, he goes for Kimura. The first thing I always do is I always bring it inside my leg, just so he doesn't get it out, okay? Then I come around, boom. See, all I've got to do right now is sit back. It's right there. Okay? On the bottom.
Yeah.
I go for the Kimura. And a lot of times I'll just set my arm bar up this way. I let the leg out. There I am. Well, you guys look confused.
Gokor!
Yes.
Listen, can you give me a technique, a Gokor technique, especially for the people who bought my big DVDs of combat?
Okay, buddy. I'll do that.
Pick somebody, a victim.
This guy's ugly. Can I take him?
You can take him.
If I take him, can I just knock him down? And
You
just
can do anything you want. We're filming it, it's going to be on TV.
One and two, just that.
Wow.
He jumped. I didn't throw it.
Do it one more time so we catch the whole camera. One more time, please. Yeah, no, because I was a little bit zoomed in.
Okay. I
Yes.
didn't do it purposely, eh?
No, but it's a cool move.
You don't like him too. You see, like you shake that and they start moving. Yeah. Okay. And a favorite technique, lots of favorite technique, boss. Just you throw the person down, his hand is on top here. You just basically here, you can just go and short twist. Very simple. Okay, bend it here, and then simple, turn it side. This is my favorite also. Here, under, here. I can play with his ear. He can do nothing. His nose.
Can hit him in the liver.
I can touch his eye.
Let's see the expression on his face. Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
My face.
Yeah, your face looks good, man. Arigato.
You know, boss is so cheap, you should buy your video, Gokar.
I should, but hey, there we have Mr. Gene LaBelle. Why don't you come in here and show us also a favorite Gene LaBelle technique? Please.
One, two, three, get out!
Mr. Gene, camera stays on you. Please show me a favorite technique for the boss with his big DVD of combat for all the fans across the world.
Does anybody want to get choked out?
Uh-oh.
You want to get choked out?
Okay, here we go. Who was that?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, yeah, yeah. You got a lot of nerves. That's your Regina in the back.
After you choke out, or exactly why you're doing it?
Is he sweating? No, he's still smiling. But within now and 1 minute, I bet you make strange sounds. And we're going to do all funny things with you, We're going to pull your pants down and stuff like that. We're going to try to hide the Tabasco bottle.
Let me show you. Okay.
One more technique before Gene comes.
You complete here, your hands here, you pick up the elbow and tie it like this together. So here, 1 and 2. And next one here, you take it down. Now you're controlling him. You go 1, armbar, 2, armbar, 3, go under his wrist. The next one, if he goes there, lock it here, and choke him there, and then bust him to hold.
Perfect.
You happy?
I'm happy.
Get choked out now.
Now he's going to get choked out. All right. All right.
You know, when you get to be my age, there isn't many things that you can do to make you happy. The way I get sex, 2 ways. Riding motorcycles, racing them, and choking people out.
And then taking advantage of him.
Now, I'm going to put this man in the hands of Morpheus. Choke him out. Now, I don't want you to have an accident, because sometimes I choke people out that have just eaten or had a beer or something and they have an accident, but you're not in that kind of shape, are you?
No, no, sir. No.
Okay. Are you ready? Now I'm going to just do this nice and easy, like, and I'm not going to put it on yet. Now I'm going to start putting it on, and wait till he's unconscious. Okay?
Sensei, can I get you a cup of water?
Now, the main thing is don't urinate or pee-pee in your pants. You know? Okay, now hold on a second.